So what do we do? So to illustrate how I look at the world, to see if it could be of any use to how you're looking at your world, let me share with you something in the marketing world called push and pull. Push marketing versus pull marketing. When I look at what we do in our industry, which, don't get me wrong, is amazing, but I look at how we've done it, what you'll notice is we create this opportunity for the enterprise-level manufacturers, and oftentimes they'll issue a recruitment target on an annual basis. And that recruitment target shows up, and what you get then is you get your first wave of push. So that all of us who run agencies now start to get the word out and go out there to hit these recruitment numbers. And now what you've got is what I call recruitment push. We push for that marketing. And then once we attract what we hope are the most talented people we can to our industry, we then say, okay, now we're going to start the second push. And we want all of you to call as many people as possible, set as many appointments as possible, and I would refer to that as transaction push. How does that feel to a client? When what we're doing is we are in push strategies, and we are pushing for recruiting, and we are pushing for transaction, I don't know that it feels so great for clients. Now, it used to be it didn't matter. I mean, to some degree, it didn't matter. Because if somebody wanted to get at the products and services we all need to have that we offer, they would have to work with somebody in our industry. But now, if someone starts to feel like this, all they have to do is this. And now, all of a sudden, instead of dealing with some of these push strategies, something decidedly different is happening. What's happening now is there's starting to be a pull towards things. There's starting to be a pull where all of a sudden what I call client pull strategies are showing up, and websites are popping up, making it incredibly easy for people to transact around financial information. Now, forget for a moment, I have no idea why so many are named after beverages and herbs, but nonetheless, they are delightful. They're an incredible experience. I just had my partner Misty come up and say, have you used lemonade? Oh my gosh, I went on and I just did this. I mean, she just said this yesterday. She had no idea I was going to present on it, and it was baked into my presentation. Thanks for that. Now, how do we make sure that nobody says that about what we do? So this client pull that they are endeavoring to create this delightful experience with, as opposed to our push, is creating competitive pressure. And the longer it goes on, the more and more pressure we're going to feel. And the pressure keeps coming because what happens is, in addition to these three that I've happened to mention here, as you may have seen a couple of days ago on a map presented by another speaker, here's over 250 of these startups that are coming in. Now, this is the capital markets speaking. They are putting gobs of money, to be technical in an amount, into this to see what's going to work. And as you start to look at what's tilting up, you start seeing examples like this one. This is Personal Capital. Incredible, beautiful ways of interacting with their money and their finances. And at the very top, you'll notice that it first invites you, whether you're on an Apple or an Android, to interact with their brand. Take the app, download it, have it on your phone, create a relationship. I don't know if any of you have heard of Elvest. Oh my gosh. Talk about client pull. They figured out that for women, there's a different set of concerns around finances. And at first, I didn't understand. I thought, money is money. What does it matter? Well, it turns out, in addition to having a differential in what they earn, they also are quoted differently, they're charged differently, their rate of accumulation is different, and this team at Elvest created a way of attracting the women market, and their success is catching on fire. You do a search on Google, you'll find lots of them. These are just a few examples that come up, and you might say, well, Eric, those are assets under management. We do some of that, but that's not directly aimed at us. But if you look down in the bottom right corner, you see a little spot down there, and that little spot is just insurance. In fact, if you blow that out a little bit, there's another map just for insurance plays. Maybe that one's aimed a little closer, and if that's not close enough, here's one just for life and annuity. And so as you start to look into this, you start to see these things are starting to come up too. The bridge between carriers and customers. New way to think about insurance. Now, a bridge between carriers and customers. I don't know about you, but when I think of that, that sounds like distribution to me. Ladder. I mean, come on. This looks like a Mad Lib. It's so easy. It's so fun to interact. Does it matter for a moment that they're not going to get the same experiences they would working with one of our advisors who has invested in learning how to help them through their lifetime? No, because they will never know what they're missing. We know what we're missing, and the list keeps going. Instant, hassle-free insurance. People are speaking. They want client pull. They don't want the push. So if in listening to that you're going, oh my gosh, I got to get back and I got to keep pushing. No. I mean, go ahead, keep doing what we got to do, which is continue what we're after, but something has changed. You know, it used to be tens of thousands of years. If you wanted to communicate, you had to use a tablet. Now fast forward tens of thousands of years, and if you want to communicate, you have to use a tablet. But something really has changed. Because now if you try to do with the new tablet what you did with the old tablet, it's not going to work so well. You get extremely undesirable outcomes when you try to apply, push, and force to this new way of doing things.